back, baby, with another live stream. How about that, huh?
What's up?
All right, you
There
want
he
to do the
is.
intro? Or what's going on?
There
All
he is.
right.
Welcome
Hey.
everybody
shoot.
to the Only Nerds Live. This is our episode 5. What's this?
Right.
What was that?
Sounds like a
Guys.
ringtone.
Sorry, hold on. Wrong
Hold
music.
on. Oh, set
There
the
we
vibe.
go. There we go.
Bring it down a little bit. There we go. Welcome everybody to Only Nerds Live. This is our roundtable for episode 5. I am joined, of course, as always, with Dylan and Levi, and the special guest AJ, Hona Marauder, and Gibbs. How you doing, everybody?
Happy to be here.
Great.
Doing
What an
well.
app, huh?
Yeah.
What
Solid.
an app.
Solid
Still
one
riding
today.
high off that
Good
episode.
app, huh?
man. Still riding high.
Woo-wee! Okay. Well, I don't know. How do we want to do this? Do we just
Well,
want
I
to go
mean-
around, give initial thoughts at
Yeah, let's
first?
do-
I guess
let's
let's
do
just get
initial
right into it.
First,
start
let's
with
want to
our-
shout out some people in the chat. Millie, what's going on?
Hello, everybody in the
Going up,
chat.
going on, man. Bad news, Brandon. Star Cabal, been a minute. Glad to see you. Star Wars Politics, what's up?
Hello.
9.99 out of 10.
I agree.
01
Okay,
was.
yeah.
Where's that
Second
0.01 that?
I know.
That's next week.
Yeah, I might do a 0.1 in there, but anyways.
Really gives
but,
it a 12.
12 out of I
12 out
don't
of
think
10.
we'll do that.
Okay.
Let's
We
start
the
with
12 out of
our-
10.
Let's start
We'll
with our
let it
guest
slide.
AJ though.
Yeah,
Hona
AJ.
Marauder AJ.
Please.
By far best episode of the season, of the series, whatever you want to call it. The flashback I thought was awesome. The way they edited that in with the whole episode. Obviously the de-aging was, and I saw Levi's reaction with you guys. I agree with, it was a little weird, but like I texted you guys, it was fine. It worked. Like, what were they gonna do? Obviously it's a 40-year-old man playing like a 20-year-old man. It looked fine. And yeah, you know, we're talking to spoilers right now too, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're all the
big
spoilers.
spoiler. Episode 5 of Kenobi. I need to get it out of the way.
I always thought
Thank
Reva, you know, on our show, I was talking with Matt and our friend Jack. I thought
Shout
Reva had higher goals to be more than Grand Inquisitor, and there was always
Right.
something there. I think Levi said something similar, and
Yeah.
we saw that this episode, and I thought that was a really cool part for her character to see. So,
Absolutely.
and then her little showdown with Vader, if you want to call it that. You know, I know we'll talk about that later, but didn't go well for her. But
No.
she's still kicking. You know,
Oh.
maybe she has 2 stomachs. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we thought too. That's what we thought.
But you know, overall, amazing episode. You know, everything. Some nice cameos in the background of this episode that we know.
Yeah,
Interesting
I don't-
cameos, huh?
I
Yeah.
do want to apologize. I do want to apologize for last night's reaction because we did market the stream as
Oh, geez.
we would have someone who was in the episode on the show, but
There's
unfortunately
a rain check on it.
they could not be
maybe
here, but they
next
will
week.
be here, but not this week. So this will be more like a normal episode, and we'll bring people on as we normally do. But we do know someone who was on there collectively.
We know
And so,
we know a
we know a
few.
couple, so we'll get them in. We'll get
Few
them
of
in.
them. Friends of the show and whatnot. Yeah, that was probably like one of my favorite parts of watching the episode at first was seeing people we know.
Oh yeah.
That was fun
Yeah, it
to,
was fun to try to like
God.
find them in the background and
I
stuff.
got 3 of them.
I mean, we can just say it because it's public on social
Yeah, we
media
can
now. But
say
like,
it.
Michael is incredibly
Michael
like,
Rexing around
pronounced
is
in the
like
episode.
fully just in this episode.
Featured, yeah.
Very blue hat guy.
He's got that blue hat. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not hard
what
to spot.
That's what he's known as now, which I think is really cool.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all you know, I would say AJ and Leo, you guys are more close with him than the rest of us here, but we all got to luckily meet him in person at Celebration, so that was really cool. And yeah, to see him in the show was pretty fun. He's very prominent.
Yeah.
Very prominent. Like I was kind of like, okay, I think he was in like 4 or 5 shots.
no
Yeah,
He
he
idea.
was
left
in a
the
lot.
impact on the Star Wars universe.
Hey,
He was in the front.
Well, don't worry, guys. We'll be on the next show. We'll be on the next one. The next batch of.
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
yeah. The owners are coming for the next spot.
Season
All right,
2.
so
And
Gibbs,
Marauders.
we'll keep going on
Yeah.
the bottom.
Yeah.
Gibbs, what'd you think of the episode?
I mean, what can I say that hasn't been said? It's an awesome episode. I would say it's like a 9.5, like objectively, not just talking. Like obviously, seeing what we saw is gonna be like 10 out of 10, but narratively, I would say it's like a 9 out of 5.
Mhm.
I think that the flashbacks were the high point, but not just because like I think a lot of people just see Hayden in Clone Wars or like Attack of the Clones and they're just like this show is good again, and I'm not there. I think that it's just if it works narratively, which it did, it
Right.
fits seamlessly into the episode. Like if they were going to do flashbacks, they needed to service the story, and I thought they did that like flawlessly, which is like the high point for me that episode. And then seeing Vader in the Reva duel is obviously amazing. So yeah, great episode. In terms of de-aged Hayden, I would rather him look a little bit old than have like obnoxious CGI that sort of takes away from the performance. So I can look past that. I'm just happy to have him
I
back.
think it had
Doesn't
something to
bother
do with the lightsabers, because I've seen people say that some shots were de-aged, some shots weren't.
No,
Some
I
shots
think
definitely were,
it
yeah.
was de-aged a little bit.
Yeah.
Did they give him a wig? Or was that wasn't his hair, right?
No,
That
I think it
his
was.
hair, but they
Was
should
it?
have given him a wig
I-
in the Order 66 flashbacks.
Yeah.
Star Wars
That
actually
stuck out to
uploaded
me.
a video like today that was like it was just Ewan and Hayden. It was like a minute video where they're talking about like their experiences on the prequels, and Hayden has that haircut,
Okay.
Okay.
the Padawan haircut. So
He has the braid in it.
not the braid, no.
There was one shot.
That's what I thought.
There was one shot where it's like kind of below up when they're dueling, and he looked just like Episode 1 Obi-Wan. I know it's like that's kind of the point, like the hairstyle and the braid. but,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to find it, but
No, it was very similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
That's one of those
Yeah,
shots. Where I'm like,
but-
oh, is that de-aged? I was like, oh, that looks like a different person. You know, that
yeah,
looks like a
Yeah.
younger
I think
person.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already seen a bunch of like YouTubers de-aging Hayden in the clips
Right.
and whatnot. A little
Probably
more.
something.
I think they did de-age him a little bit. I guess.
No,
just
there
not-
definitely was something
enough?
there, or maybe
It
like
does not
makeup at
bother me
least.
all.
But
I don't know. People
It didn't
who
bother
are
me.
upset about it just are gonna find something to complain about with
Definitely.
everything.
No, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
All right, well, Dylan, what were your thoughts? What did you think?
Well, last night I think on our reaction we were amidst a round of applause. We all gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
we're clapping.
guess
We were
I don't want to say
clapping
I've cooled
throughout the
down on
video.
it because I'm still riding high. But high 9 somewhere around there. Definitely the best episode of the show, and it's kind of like everything. And there's still more to come, but everything
One more.
I've been wanting from the Kenobi show. It's done a lot for characters who I wasn't super high on, like Reva, for example. Like just that conversation alone that she has with Obi-Wan, like I get so much more. And it's even weird because I knew stuff through leaks, but just like, I don't know, to hear her actually talk about it and hear Obi-Wan sympathize with her, and then to figure out her motivations and stuff, I think that's great. And I was just really, like Ben was saying, really blown away by the flashback, and not just because obviously, you know, it's a prequel flashback. Like that's something we've like been demanding for a long time. But the way they intercut it thematically throughout the episode, and these two characters, Obi-Wan and Vader, two of the people we were like most excited to see, like to see them again for the first time in a long time. And the way that worked, I thought it was beautiful. Still a lot of shaky cam, and it worked better than others a lot of the time in this episode. But sometimes it kind of feels like there's just someone with an iPhone like up at their face. I don't know. It's
There
kind
was
of
one shot that I didn't like.
Yeah. But otherwise, definitely best episode of the show, and I'm hoping the next episode is even better.
Johnny?
You're here. Yeah, obviously loved it. I watched it again, so I've seen it twice now. I don't know. I think I'm still gonna give it maybe a 9 out of 10. Maybe a 9 out of 10. I'll bring it down a little bit. But,
Wow.
But it was. I don't know. 10 out of 10. I mean, I don't have any issues with it. I have no problems. So I guess a 10 out of 10. Then I guess.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had to go
He's
through
back,
that.
ladies and
I just
gentlemen.
speak that. I talked that out loud. So many moments, so many so many insane moments in this episode, and bring up the flashback again. I like how it was, you know, the thematic stuff and whatnot, but also, like, it seems like Vader and Obi-Wan were having the same flashback, and I like how it cut. Obi-Wan would start out, then it would be the flashback, then it would cut to Vader. There's a lot of. I like the back and forth of it, and I think some of the best Vader action. I loved his fight with Reva, and he was just like going when he did that.
I don't even
Yeah.
know if
So
it was a
sick.
fight, really. It was,
Yeah, no, he did, and then double lightsaber Vader.
yeah.
They
I'm
were
just saying, like,
It was
yeah,
insane.
they were fighting.
That was
but
pretty
It
cool.
wasn't a fair fight.
Right?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And just seeing this is also something that like not a lot of people I feel like I've talked about, but just seeing like Vader and the Grand Inquisitor like in the same shot looks so cool
Yeah.
too. So that was very exciting.
He just waltzes back
Yeah.
in. Like
Yeah,
nothing
now he's
happened.
just back. So
I
great
love all the-
reveal with that. But what's up?
I was just gonna say, I just the way they did Vader in this episode, and we'll talk about it like as we get there. But like, you just
Yeah.
really feel like he like wants a challenge, and he just
Yeah.
wants more. Like,
Yeah.
and that even benefits like the scene earlier, like when he's just staring at him through the fire and stuff like that. I think it's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know, Tala's death I think was like really well done. Ned B, shout out.
Yeah.
There's just so much, and I think the
Quizzy.
Order 66.
Quizzy
stuff
took
is
the
great,
pin
too.
right off the body.
Yeah, it's true. It was overall, I can't think of one thing I didn't like. I mean, you can bring up the Shiki Cam stuff, but that's kind of just been a through line throughout the show. And
Yeah,
there was
It's a
one shot of
preference, some people
Riva.
like it.
I think that's just
Yeah.
a TV show complaint.
Yeah, there was one shot of Riva in front of the base that like kept moving around.
No, I know what
really
you mean,
oddly.
and it's
That
like I
was the
know what
one
you're
shot I
going
didn't-
for, but it's just not.
Yeah, it
didn't
just
work.
looked kind of weird.
Yeah,
But besides that, loved it. I thought the action was shot very well too. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I
Good stuff. A lot of stormtroopers.
so for me personally, I am still, I think I can confidently say, just not satisfied with the way the show looks. It's just not my style. I don't know what to say. But
Fair
this
enough.
this episode narratively was just so incredibly satisfying. The payoff to
His profile
Riva, the way that the parallels between Riva and Anakin and what she was
Mhm.
doing and him at the temple, and you feel it all when she's back down on her knees and she's seeing Anakin walk up to her again. You know,
Yeah.
this is the second time, and like the way that she's like, oh my god, like the dark, this is what the dark side does. Like we people are making fun of the fact like, oh man, only Qui-Gon is the person who died from the stab through the gut, but like that's the whole point. The Jedi, he was already communing with the wills. Like, if you're a good Force user, if you're on the light side, you let go of that stuff. You don't care. Like, that is the true path to immortality. If you're on the dark side and you hold on to your rage and you hold on to your hate, like, sure, you survive, but look what it does to you. Like, that's not worth it. Like, it's not right. Like, it's not good.
Yeah.
Like, it's
And
the
Maul
moral
is the perfect example. Of
yeah,
that.
the moral, the moral isn't. Oh
Literally
yeah,
is the
you should be
definition of
really
that.
vengeful in your life so you can survive. No, like that's
Mhm.
the total opposite of the point. So when she's back down and she's looking up at him again, she sees what she's done. She's become him, and he's still the same crazy, you know, insane mass murderer. And for what? Like, it was just all of that spoke to me.
Incredible.
And I thought that it made just the character really good, and it made the show as a whole feel worthwhile narratively to add to the Star Wars canon, like adding this character, and then building out the way Obi-Wan has interacted with Haja, with Anakin, with Tala, like the way he has found hope in the galaxy through these people, through Roken, specifically with Haja, because you know in the second episode he holds a gun to Haja. He says that you're just you're a rat. Like you're worth nothing. You're in the sewer. Just how the Grand Inquisitor says to to Riva, sort of paralleling that, and the way he finds hope in this guy. He's like, oh, I trust you with Leia. Like you made the right decision. There's still good in you. I don't know. There's just so much thematically that I loved, and I could go on and on and on about it. But I think we should go through chronologically now. So it starts with the flashback.
I predicted it. I predicted
And you
it.
did.
I would just like to say
Great
I
call.
predicted it. Thank you.
Just like Cad Bane.
Just like Cad Bane, I predicted it. He was in the background somewhere. I still believe it.
Oh, here, hold on. Before we go
good question.
forward, because people are coming in, Baymax here.
Mhm.
Shout out the vanguard of the Star Wars Santa community. Thank you for being here, Baymax. I think that Riva sent him back in with the troopers because she wants him to get away. Like she knows.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
bought into the plan.
Yeah, they were working together. I don't think
Yeah.
they show that very well because people are confused about it.
It was.
Yeah,
confusing,
no, but
I don't think they're
She
working
was-
together necessarily, but she wanted him
No.
to get away. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like
He was
she
going along with his plan.
she wanted to
she-
bait Vader essentially.
She
Right.
wanted to bait Vader. Yeah. She
And,
wanted
and Vader says it. He says Obi-Wan was wise to use
you against
Right.
me. Yeah.
Didn't work
Right.
though. Didn't work
No.
in her favor.
No.
No.
I mean,
Unfortunately-
everyone got away. But,
unfortunately for her.
not her. Yeah.
But anyway, the
So-
flashback. And we'll obviously talk about it throughout the episode, but it starts with the flashback, so might as well just talk about it now. Good.
Very
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Very
yeah,
good.
Great
that-
fight choreography
That
too.
establishing shot of
Yeah,
Coruscant
the
was
choreography
just.
was
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
They used two bits of choreography from previous movies with paralleling Luke and Vader in Return of the Jedi
Yeah.
with him
With the
kind of
overhand,
slashing
yeah.
down
Oh,
on
yeah,
him.
Yeah, that was very
Right.
cool.
Which is shot in the exact same way, sort of like right over their shoulders, and but the difference is that Anakin keeps going, or Luke.
Mhm.
Anakin
Anakin was
Good point.
Anakin had some like almost killing blows during that
I
fight.
mean, obviously,
He was going
Yeah,
for
he
Obi-Wan,
looked like he
Obi-Wan's
was.
He was
head.
mad.
Right.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
there was another bit of choreography that completely mimicked the beginning of the Revenge of the Sith duel when they're going through the hallway.
Yes, yeah.
And Anakin's
Right.
lightsaber is slashing into the wall.
I wish they Annie Obi. They both did that. That would've been-
Yeah.
But
Maybe
Also,
in
they-
the. I
they
mean,
sort
there's
of did
still
it,
another
they,
fight. So
They
Yeah.
sort of did a Obi-Wan and Maul thing where they like sort of swung their
Jen.
sabers back for a second and like held them in position. And just awesome choreography. I'm glad
Right.
to see that because we haven't seen it since those movies. I would say I don't really think anything in the sequels really did
no.
the choreography.
Hold on
very
now.
well.
Hold
No,
on.
no, I'm sticking with that. I don't like.
It was
the
cool to
saber
see like
choreography in the sequels.
I'll let that one slide.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I won't. We'll be here all
Gives
day.
it makes
I'm
sense
in the middle ground, but
for where they were at. But
No,
anyways,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it doesn't make sense, but it's not what we want to see.
fair enough.
You cannot convince me
Um,
that the Star Killer base fight does not have good choreography.
no, we ain't doing this right
No,
now.
no,
We
no,
got a whole
no,
20-minute
no,
episode
no,
to
no,
go
no,
over.
Another time, another day.
So we cut back
It's
from the
different.
flashback. We cut back from the flashback to Vader on the bridge of the Devastator, right behind you, Johnny, just like that. And Reva comes in. She's like, "Thank you for inviting me aboard." And he gives her the old pin, the little Grand Inquisitor
yeah,
pin.
Yeah.
The pin.
Yeah. Here you go.
Which
Yep.
I love. I love that little pin. Like, here you go, yeah. And
Yeah.
the fact at the end that he knows that the GI is alive. He knows,
Yeah.
and he's just messing with her essentially.
Yeah.
And I to add
like
that
that was a-
layer of that Vader the entire time
New.
knows
Yeah.
is I like
Did
that.
we-
It's
Sort
really
of
Vader's like
explains
20
why he
steps
would let
ahead,
her
man.
slide a few
Small
times.
thing,
True.
but
Which people thought that he was being too lenient.
did we get an exterior shot of the Star Destroyer before we
only from below.
Okay, because I was like, I don't remember
didn't-
seeing the Star Destroyer on the outside. Which
We didn't
always
really.
we always usually
Yeah, I
do.
don't really
Felt
recall
weird.
actually.
There's only the one shot of the transport, the Mando season 2 transports coming out of the
Right.
bottom.
Why are they using those? Because
That's also I'm like I don't know if I like
in
that
the art
either.
they say that's supposed to be the
Like,
transition
from
First
yeah,
Order
no, First
stuff,
Order,
yeah.
First
yeah.
order. Yeah.
Oh wow,
It
I
is,
pointed
yeah,
out
it
in the
is
reaction where I was like, they're just reusing the model. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess it's okay.
it's easier.
It's easier, but I also had a problem with that where I was like, that's kind of they designed those for.
They were the
post-
same ones for Mando?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're the
Yeah.
exact same ones. They just
Hmm.
reused the model. I noticed it in the trailer too because they're all laid out on the platform on Nur too, and I went weird that they
Right.
have those.
I would have thought that they would use maybe the ones from Andor.
And even the I know right, but even the middle shuttle that Tala uses last episode is very similar to the smaller First Order shuttle in Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Like they're just making the sequel designs, just putting them in the Imperial era, but like slightly different. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I like when they're in between because that makes sense
Right.
to me. But to have them before, like,
Yeah.
okay,
A little weird.
super small nitpick, super small nitpick,
It's a nitpick, but yeah, you know,
super small nitpick. But yeah, I knew
Anyways.
AJ would pick up on that too.
Oh yeah.
I didn't notice it at first.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anywho,
So yeah, he gives her the pin, Grand Inquisitor. I mean, I want to talk about in this moment how Vader's been playing her the whole time.
Yeah,
What do
the
I think
whole
about
time.
that?
The
Yeah.
start
It
of
was
the
like her whole life,
I guess the
really.
whole-
I mean,
Yeah,
he knows
maybe even the
exactly
whole
who
time.
she is. Like,
Yeah. 10 years or so. Yeah.
right.
do we feel like there's an ultimate motive to this, or was it just to fool her?
Vader.
Well,
Well,
it's sort of what the Inquisitor says that her ruthlessness and arrogance was useful.
It
At
was a
one
tool,
point.
yeah.
And like it was
Oh.
a tool because it makes her
Okay.
more powerful, and now it's just getting tiresome,
right.
according to the Grand Inquisitor. So, I think that's why.
The second she's like not useful to Vader, he's just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you're done.
Well, that's the whole manipulation of the dark side, and nothing better illustrates that than the fact when he says, "I have no more use for you," and her literal replacement that he had waiting in the wings because he was the guy the whole time walks in to take the pin off of her body. Like that is the dark side to a T. You are nothing but a tool to ultimately Palpatine and the Sith. Like, this is how the dark side be. This is how it goes. I don't know.
Kerr's weakness,
I
properly
also-
manipulated, can be a sharp
It's a sharp tool.
There we go.
Yes, exactly.
I had to make sure I got the quote right, so I googled it quick. I didn't want to butcher it. But
But
I
that's
wanna-
absolutely right. Like that's the yeah.
I'll be right back.
I think that everything on the bridge with the Star Destroyer looked amazing, regardless of how we feel about the
It did.
production of the show overall. I felt like we were just like right back in the movies.
Right back there. Yeah.
Like I thought that it just looks great. I think that's been a consistent through all the Disney Plus shows. Like the Imperial Cruiser deck in Mando also looked amazing, but just seeing Vader like staring out, on the deck there, it's just such a classic like Star Wars imagery. And
So I know we're
That
jumping around a
one
little.
shot of like the reflection of his mask and the
very good.
The planet.
yeah, it was perfect. It was
Beam,
that
yeah.
one like steady shot where it like wrapped
That was
all
really
the way
good.
around
Yeah,
his
that was
helmet,
awesome.
So we're-
that was the
Very
best
good.
cinematography.
Well, quickly,
So-
I will say, yeah, that gave me the vibes of when Thrawn's eyes fade away in Rebels. You know what I'm talking about?
Ooh.
And Thrawn's eyes. Were there. Anyway, so I know we're skipping around a little bit, but I respect Baymax a lot, and so I want to bring up his comment because when people are having trouble with the episodes, I always love talking it out. So the thing with the sort of like being stabbed, I don't think.
We might have a incoming transmission in a minute. Just saying.
Okay. I don't know because people are bringing up that she was stabbed as a child, and I think that was just her having PTSD of that moment. I don't think she was actually stabbed as a child because at the door she says she hid among the bodies, she played dead, and then went away.
I think she was stabbed because
I
they sort of show a reaction shot of her like.
I know, but I feel like that was her because she was having a parallel moment. Like I don't know if the same thing happened twice. I think it's more like
yeah, but also it's sort of like he's like we're leaving you like where we found you, where like they found her stabbed in the stomach. I'm not sure. I thought she got stabbed.
I thought she got stabbed too, and they made her an Inquisitor because she used her revenge then to stay alive.
Yeah, that's
I- that-
how
well, I
that's-
mean
that's
that
what I
works too.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But she
I
did
think
say
maybe
she just said to
confirmation.
Kenobi that she tried to help her friends but couldn't, so then played dead. And that story doesn't match up with what we saw.
With
But
being
like, why
stabbed,
would she
yeah.
just be laying there playing dead if like surely Vader?
Well, the clones had
Was
come
right in
through.
front of
You know,
her.
there were dead clones all over the floor too. Like, I think it's plausible. I don't know.
Yeah, doesn't matter. But
I think
Yeah,
either
it might matter. I mean,
Either way, it works.
I think either way it works because I could see the angle of where her rage kept her alive then, and you know that's how the dark side works. Like it's what I said. Like it's not a good thing that she survived. It's not. Oh, here we go. Hold on, guys.
All right,
Okay.
so we have a very special guest. Very happy that he's coming on. Star of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And the reason that we are all sitting here together, it's Mr. Corey Van Dyke. Welcome to the
Hey.
show.
Round of applause.
There he is.
Corey.
That'll be $150.
Oh, okay. we're doing that already. All right.
Per hour.
in fact, everyone in this stream, make sure to go to Patreon.
Yeah.
and,
I'll donate. How you doing, Corey?
Good. Yeah, it's
Big day.
weird. It's
A big day,
weird
huh?
day. Yeah, it's a weird day.
Hey, nice hat.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, who's that? Look
Ooh,
at that.
there you go. Obi-Wan
Yeah,
merch
it's
all
a
around.
really strange day because obviously it's been a secret for like a year at this
Yeah.
point, and it's
Wild.
it's like so it's really hard to navigate making content like when you've done something like that, so that's why I took such a huge break away from it because it was like I don't know how I can do 2 and 2. Well, like I could do 2 and 2, it'd be fine, but it just kind of got to the point where I was like, now I think I can like sit back as a fan and enjoy all of it. So that's why like I leave it to you guys now. You guys are, you got it.
So I mean,
What
Well,
a big
Corey,
act
so-
for you to be in. I mean,
I know what a great app for
Talk
you to be
about
in. But what did you think of it? I guess now because I know you were a little iffy on 4. So
Yeah, I really liked it. I've liked the whole show. I know there's been like some criticism of it online, but I've really enjoyed it. I think this episode in particular. Well, first off, just starting out on Coruscant with Anakin and Obi-Wan is like I don't like that's so perfect. I'm actually kind of shocked that the show didn't start like that. But I guess it makes sense because it parallels stuff in this episode. But I thought the episode was really good. I gotta be honest, I gotta watch it again
yeah.
because I saw it one time.
Oh.
you also lived it though, so that's
You
not a
did
lot
also
to
live
say.
it.
Well, yeah, it's funny because like when I see certain scenes, I'm like, yeah, that took a long time to do, and it's
Right.
like that in the show. Yeah, I can't talk much about like my time on set for NDA reasons, but
Yeah.
it's like it was cool to see the scenes that we shot, like specifically because it took about a month to shoot all of our stuff on Jabim, It's weird that I can say this live. This is strange. But yeah,
Very weird day.
it's a strange day. Yeah, so it's funny because like I didn't know. This is totally derailing what you asked me, so I apologize.
No,
I
you're all right.
know this is what I do.
Excited. Yes, of course. Okay.
But the whole Jabim thing, like I remember when we were on set and we heard about Jabim, like I just went and like bought all the comics I could on it to read through it and to
Insider
almost
trading.
like, yeah, because like background work, like I'm not an actor, so I'm just like there. But I was like, let me get into an actor mentality
Mhm.
and just
Get some
pretend like
some background.
You're method
yeah.
acting. You're method
That's-
acting.
yeah.
exactly. So I was like, let me just pretend like I was on this planet, and then I started thinking of all these different ideas of like, oh, I grew up with, I was in a battle during the Clone Wars as a kid, and Fives was there, and Rex was there, and Anakin was there. I would use that like throughout the entirety of when we were shooting, which was fun.
If I can, I'm gonna show. I think we have pictures of.
Oh yeah,
of
I put them
Corey
in the brain.
Yeah. So I'll show everybody who hasn't seen him. So way in the
Yeah.
back on the left circle. Who's in the front?
That's Aubrey.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is Aubrey.
That's
Okay,
Aubrey.
there's Aubrey.
Yeah.
And then there's Corey way back in the left. Is this another one here?
Yeah.
There's Corey and,
And
there's
mine looks like
there's Michael.
Yeah.
Blue hat
Yeah.
guy. And
Blue hat.
Blue hat
do you
guy.
have a name for your guy yet? Corey?
There is a name. Yeah.
There is a name,
Um,
like official.
Black Series
No.
when?
No,
Black Series,
actually-
when is it coming out? And then there's Corey right there behind
2030.
Kenobi.
I had a friend
Yeah.
on Twitter, Arturo Vargas, name it for me because he was really the one responsible for all this. So I had him do the honors of naming me, and so he went with I guess he looked up what like Corey meant in Latin, which
Okay.
apparently means hollow, which is really weird.
Hmm.
And then he found a Latin word for it. So he came up with Kava Spes. Spes, is it?
I don't know. It's you, man.
That's up to you.
Hey, I feel like you get to change it.
I think that's
like
my
it.
name, so I'm pretty sure that's my name. But well, like the photo saw, that's what was so awesome about doing what we did is like
Mhm.
I was able to do it with Aubrey, and I was able to do it with
Yeah.
Michael and our other
Yeah.
friend Justice, and I did it with Steel, and so it felt like a team effort of all of
So
us.
many.
and
people.
Christina Ariel, which I didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was in
Christina.
that first shot.
Oh, she
Yeah,
was?
If you look, yeah.
Yeah. I
If
didn't
you go back to that
notice
Yeah,
first one,
I
she's on
hadn't
the
met
right.
Christina until we were doing that, and that was super fun because like she's just so much fun to hang out with. So it was fun because there was a lot of lull periods where we could all just talk and have fun with. Wow, we're doing this and it's crazy. And like I wanted to come on here and talk about it too, just because like this should be kind of a look for a lot of people that like dreams come true. Like it's not. There was no world where I thought like I would ever do any of this. It was always a dream of mine to like eventually work in the entertainment industry and all that. But like Star Wars is such a, it just wasn't even on my mind as like a potential option, at least not right now.
Right.
So the point is like you just have to, like, you really can do it. I mean, all of this happened because I created a podcast in 2013. And I did it since 2013.
You've been doing it, yeah. Been doing it for so long.
Which he has an
So
episode
long.
with Dave Filoni. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool.
That was nuts. So I started doing this when I was like 12, and then it just kind of gradually became what this is. And so this was kind of, I haven't like announced this anywhere, but this was kind of my cutoff point with it, because I was like, okay, I've done this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and now I just want to see like the next generation of people like you guys sort of carrying that torch. Because I think it's going to lead to something really cool too for you guys. So that's what.
Just crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Well, hey,
Um,
So I know you can't say much because you're NDA,
yeah.
but I do want to ask, because I watched this episode twice, and on the second time I was peering for everyone, and I saw in one deep background shot that it looked like Kumail Nanjiani was like right next to you,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
did you have any fun conversations with Kumail? Like that was on screen, like he looked like he was right there, you and him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
All right, well, okay, I
Yeah.
tried, guys, I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. I thought maybe because it was on. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Corey, and I'm
I
pretty sure. that's
I
Kumail, but-
feel like, I don't know if, is this okay? I think this is okay. There was one actor that I talked to a lot, that we did a lot of improv together, but because the scenes are so like quick, you can't really see it. But like nothing but great things to say about that entire cast. Like they were all very kind, and they were very like warm to all the extras on set too, because like obviously you hear stories of actors who just like do not care about anyone else but like, you know, what they're doing, and everyone was very welcoming to all of us there. And not only that, but I met like so many people on that set that I'm still like, I still talk to every day. And like I've worked with more of them after that and done other things with them. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. So like at this past celebration, it was fun because I did the photo op with Ewan.
With you.
And
autograph.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and Johnny was with
Yeah.
me when we did all that.
Yeah, and it was really cool because you guys talked for a second about the show, and it looked like he recognized you, which was
yeah, that was
very
really
funny.
Cool. That was really cool.
That was great.
He was super nice.
I will say, I do remember the exact day because I'm the one who runs the All New Nerds Twitter account. So I do remember the exact day where you posted that tweet. You know, you've been offline for a while, and you're like, "New job today." Coworker said hello there, and I was like, "Man, how crazy would that be if it was Ewan McGregor?" And I just sort of moved on with my day. And for,
I'm so proud of that one because like,
and and for that to come like entirely true, not crazy to me. I was like, "Oh, that's a fun thought." Moving on. 1 year later, here you are.
There
Crazy.
it is.
I was like sitting on that one like throughout the months. I just kept looking at it like, man, it's just sitting there.
Wait.
It's funny because people like would engage with that tweet thinking I meant like, you know, just like a random coworker came up to me.
Yeah, right. But nope. It was the man himself.
So it was always funny because, yeah. So yeah, we did. You know, I've talked about this publicly about how we did Jabim, and then I did stuff with Steel over on the other location.
Because you were on the first episode, which people also don't know. You were on the first episode as well.
Yeah.
Under prosthetics, right?
Yeah, very hot. It was very hot.
Very hot.
But yeah, no, it was like I can only say positive things about it and the people around us and the way that they took care of everybody, and it's just cool to see the final product of.
Yeah, I bet it looked like it was a blast. And
Did you get a chance to meet Lola while you were there?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of touched on it earlier, but it must have been sort of weird to spend all those hours on like there's just scenes where you guys are doing something as simple as running, and then for it to be in the show, it's just like a split second.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It's interesting how that stuff works out.
Well, maybe. Yeah. I think I'm vibing out that Corey can't say a lot, so maybe we get.
Yes, we
yeah. No, I had fun. I had fun doing like
Yeah.
even the longest days that we had there. Like it was always fun, and there was always something to do. And like I think I can say this. I think one of my favorite things about being on set was they had this crafty service that you could just get lunch.
How is Lucasfilm craft food? How's craft
really
food?
good. It's really good because they would change it every day. I think I got actually.
This is the news you come here for.
This is the Lucasfilm craft table.
Was Corey man like eating?
Their food is so good because I have like this is TMI, but you know here we are. I got like IBS, so you know I got to be careful with what I consume. Did not do it on like one day. I was like, wow, that was some really good food. I should not have eaten that. But like just being on set and like. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. But
yeah, breaking news.
Right. Yes. This is the
Breaking
news.
This is the scoop. The Lucasfilm food scoop.
This is our scoop.
Yeah, but you know, obviously, part of the reason I stepped away from doing content was, I mean, I wanted to abide by the NDA, and that's I've addressed this on Twitter already, and it's something that I don't mind addressing here. Like I've doing content for 10 years. Each year I did something different with the channel, and on one of the years, I believe it was might have been like 2020, we used to run some scoops here and there. We used to talk about some different Star Wars things that you would just like report on from other people or whatever it might be, and like that's definitely a stepping stone to like entertainment journalism, which is the direction I wanted to go in. But then I realized that's not what I wanted to do, and so I totally like drew back from that. and just decided that wasn't for me. And then the minute you sign like an NDA, you have to really just have to be very thoughtful and very treat that with a lot of respect. And so that's why I stopped doing content, and I don't. Yeah.
Now you're in the content.
And speaking of respect,
True.
speaking of respect, I do want to put it out there just real quickly before we move on back to the episode that I was seeing a lot of some weird takes about specifically some people we know on social media today. And I just want to say that Corey is our friend. And he's a good person, and he did not like a lot of people throwing a lot of negativity out there.
Yeah.
Maybe some jealousy, maybe something like that. But I just, guys, like have a bit of, just slow down maybe a second. Calm down. Corey's a good person. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. Cause I saw that and it made me a little bit mad. Not going to call anyone specifically out, but I saw some negativity out there, and I'm not a fan of that.
I don't actually I don't let things like that bother me. They don't really, it's hard to describe. Like, they don't affect me personally. It's more when I know they're referencing other people that I've worked with or done stuff with that gets me upset. But I fully expected it to happen. I mean, even while we were shooting, I was like, I know this is gonna, like, you're gonna have your, and it's like with anything you do, right? Like, even when I used to do just YouTube content, you get it all. You guys, I'm sure, have to deal with some crazy people sometimes, but you know what? It's it builds character, I guess. I guess that's the best I can say.
Yeah,
there's definitely been a growth.
It also keeps me up at night.
I also get like Jedi Order 66 flashbacks, but
yeah. And you know what too? It's like I've become a really like private person after we shot this, just because like I don't know, like I don't like Twitter, I don't like any of that anymore, just for my own mental health and sanity. So I prefer to not ever be in the spotlight. So when I knew this episode was coming out, I was like, well, this is kind of a celebration of like 10 years to get to this point.
Yeah,
and it's the only reason I decided to because I had no plans to engage with any of it at all. But
I mean, you should be proud. You've worked so hard, for 10 years, which is I can't even imagine doing that, and for it to
and it is
happen and with this is very exciting.
It's so perfect. You got to do it with like your closest friends too,
right?
Like,
and that's
share it with them.
Yeah.
So that's who needs Twitter when you have that. So.
Exactly. Well, and that's always been like, and I've said it to you guys here. I mean, even when we were all at Celebration, like I really consider my closest friends in the community. You guys are all here, and then there's Michael and obviously Aubrey, and just everyone who, I think, I mean, that was really the most exciting thing about it for me was obviously like specifically doing it with Aubrey was like such a dream come true, because we like met through Star Wars, we started dating through Star Wars, and like then we got to actually do it together, like as a couple on set. Was like, it was funny too, because like people didn't piece together right away that we were a couple. Like it took like a bit of time, but like I think it's okay to say, like, everyone, once they found out, they were like, wait, are you guys? And so then like they would sometimes pair us together, and it was
that's cool.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I love
and
that.
then Michael, like, oh my god,
because you were together with Michael. I think we have the frame right here. You guys are right here together. So there you go. So that was cool.
It's just so dumb.
But it's cool. You guys, got to be even in the same frames and like standing next to each other while you're, in the show, and even in the what I think is the best ep so far. So we'll see about next week. But
yeah, that does make me happy, because I felt the same way. Like I like the entirety. I love all the episodes, but like something about this
one was
there's so much. There's so much, dude. So
and even when we were shooting it, I was like, oh man, this is intense.
Yeah,
this is so intense. If there's ever a day where it's graced upon me to, talk about more experiences, I absolutely would. But until then,
right? Yeah.
Do we know? Are you able to say if your character lived or not? It's up in the air.
Hey, let's wait. Let's wait. For
I
the
think.
finale.
We gotta-
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Well,
I need to know for my lore.
I think we should
we'll see
leave
how
it
it goes.
as there's one more episode, and right now, Corey, you and a bunch of other people are on the run from the Empire right now.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll see.
So,
We'll see
we'll
how
see.
it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Well, yeah. I mean, while we got him here, let's talk about just the
Yeah.
episode itself. So we were.
Let's keep going.
So yeah, the Empire shows up on Jabeam. I think that's where we were coming down. The Scythe. You see the Scythe coming in, which is a new ship design, but I'm already like, I kind of want to get the Lego set. It's getting
Oh,
me a
that's
little
good.
bit. It's,
Yeah.
it's getting me a little bit.
We,
Where I'm like,
we
oh,
saw it
it's
in
Legos.
person
I'm
at Celebration.
like, oh, that's good. I like that. I like that.
Right now.
Yeah.
Reva shows up, Purge Troopers, Stormtroopers. Obi-Wan comes up to the door eventually, and this is where they have their moment of, we have the revelation of Reva's character, the whole motivation. I talked about it a little bit earlier in the stream, but
AJ did too.
AJ did too. Like, I think we had a similar thought of, she is after both of these guys. She hates both of them equally. She wants everyone gone. She blames Obi-Wan just as much as she blames Anakin, and that being her driving force is just a super cool a twist on the the second sister thing. We thought, oh, this is gonna be the second sister. It's gonna be Trilla again. But having her be at the Jedi Temple, having her have such
Personal
a
stake in it.
personal, absolutely personal stake against both Vader and Obi-Wan. When she's saying, where were you? Like, why couldn't you help my friends? You feel that in her voice. Moses Ingram did a
It was
great
so
job.
gutting.
at
Yeah, she
selling-
killed in that scene.
She's absolutely killing it.
Yeah, no, and I love the just like, where were you? It's so cool because you understand. Obviously, you've seen Revenge of the Sith. I hope if you're seeing this movie, you know like
Maybe.
what he's been
Hopefully.
through too, and like how he couldn't have foreseen this, and just like I don't know, just the different perspectives and stuff. And you really also understand Reva in that scene. It's good stuff.
And if I can just say, I know we've said it again, but we have practical clones now.
Yes.
Oh, they
Real
look so
armor.
good.
They're back.
Like, it's never looked better. It looked, that was so cool to see, especially in those little flashback bits we got throughout the
Yeah.
episode. But oh man, so good. But
What
What
do-
songs have never looked better. It's,
mhm.
What do
I
you think
just-
happens with Reva next? Like, she's going for that communicator thing, but
Right. Oh, she's going for Luke.
For
Is
Luke.
what I'm right.
Because
But
she
then
knows
what?
Owen from the
Because
first
she knows
episode.
Owen,
Yeah.
so
right.
she's gonna.
That's what they showed the very. I mean, we're skipping. We're really going far down.
But
But
who
the
is she
last
trying
shot
to-
is Luke's.
Who's she
sound
trying to go
Very
after
into that.
now? She doesn't have a
I-
chance against Vader.
I think.
Yeah, well,
I think
maybe
her
get
only.
win favor again with it. Like that's the only family she knows, or the all she knows, right?
Yeah.
Is, like,
Right.
I guess she could run away. I don't know. I guess we don't know what she
It's
wants.
tough, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've read some leaks. A few of the people. Here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All I'll say is chances are that, yeah, she's going after Luke. It seems.
I think that she
Okay.
wants, because even if we've read some leaks, a lot of those are out of context.
Yeah.
Like
no,
the end of this episode,
motivations are-
the end of this episode, for example, totally unexpected in the way it went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think she could still be, she could want to get to Kenobi. It's in some way, because I think she's flailing. I mean, she got stabbed on the ground again. She's back to how she was as a kid. She's losing it. I mean, this is her whole life. She's failed. She's failed her life, her mission. So I think she's going to try and go for Luke to maybe get Obi-Wan in her head. And if she can get Obi-Wan, she can get back to Vader somehow. She can get them both.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I like
I really don't know if
Yeah.
she has a strong purpose.
She's
for
not a
herself
good
so far.
person. She's not having like a Trilla arc, like we keep saying. Like she's
Right.
still good.
Which I'm
Like obviously
glad.
she's
Yeah.
misguided, and she's like,
Yeah.
she's been, literally, pretty much died as a or
Yeah.
not died, but she got stabbed or whatever.
Right. That,
But yeah, I don't know. I think she's gonna try to get.
Is she
Vader
gonna
and
crawl
Obi-Wan.
to that back to tank there? Like,
Yeah, there is a back
She's
tank
got-
right
she's
there.
got
Oh,
heal up,
okay.
right?
I didn't even think of that.
I prefer that to just another
That's
person
true.
getting. I know they explained it away and it works, but
Right.
Once
That's
Maul-
She
once
still
Maul
needs the
came back,
to-
they opened the
Maul
door.
needs the spider body.
yeah,
She
yeah,
needs
I
back
guess
to
that's
tank.
true.
Yeah, they could do that. They could do
She
that.
has,
Yeah,
she has the
Reva-
mall
Reva's
spider
Or
body.
if she has,
Yeah.
or if she has two stomachs. That too. That's
Yeah,
always.
yeah,
gonna be-
yeah.
Everyone's got two stomachs in Star Wars.
Everyone's got two stomachs.
Corey, do you know how many stomachs your character has?
Yeah. How many? Yeah. How many?
Yeah, 3.
Oh,
Three.
wow.
Ooh.
I'm under
Okay.
NDA, can't tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. Lucas
That's-
told
that's walking
specifically
on the
in
line
the
of
NDA.
the
Yeah,
NDA.
I've had too many stomachs.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't talk about your three stomachs. Yeah.
Yeah.
the Lucasfilm crafty couldn't fill him up. So
Well,
he has three
they
stomachs.
fill them up too much. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, there, yeah.
Yeah, IBS on 3 stomachs. Oh my god.
Uh,
That's
That's tough.
That's tough.
Oh,
That's
guys,
good.
the
Good.
sandwiches there were just a whole other.
And
There
The
was one
sandwich
day
stream.
we had like Chinese food,
Really?
Okay.
like fresh Chinese food, which was like the best day of my life. Like it was.
Yeah, working on Kenobi and then yeah, eating Chinese food. Not a
It
bad
doesn't
day.
get much better
Beats
than
that.
that. I'll eat that.
Yeah, no, not really.
No, it was like heavenly. I don't think I'll ever be able to replicate that, like a day like that where it was like Star Wars, Chinese food, Star Wars, Chinese food. And
Right.
the way that we did that. Yeah.
I mean, Chinese
Yeah,
food
I don't
is
know.
canon in Star Wars now.
Wikipedia, get on that.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to see
I
the
hope you get a
Legends,
Wikipedia profile.
Legends
I don't know.
Chinese food tab.
Do you know if you have one yet?
I better.
One needs
Yeah.
to be made. We actually know Wikipedia guys, so we'll hit them up.
Yeah, we'll actually, it's
Well,
true. We know a guy. We know the head mod.
We do know like
we
the
can make that
head
happen.
guy,
There you go.
so we'll hit him up.
Make that happen.
The Grand Inquisitor of Wikipedia.
Right.
There you go.
The Grand Inquisitor, who was not dead, who I love.
Who is
now.
not dead?
Even more so, the way that Rupert friend to you just went. And then
Oh yeah,
wait,
I told him. You also very graciously brought me to see Rupert too, and we were talking to
Yeah.
him, and then I remember at the end I was like, I hope you're not dead, and he kind of went like,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh my
give me
god,
a-
yeah, it was so fun when we met Rupert at Celebration. 'cause-
yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, we got to talking.
We talked to him
about-
for a while.
Yeah,
It was unfortunately no one in his line.
no one, which was
No one.
shocking.
It was very sad. I felt
I
bad.
don't think a lot of people knew who he was. I think
Yeah,
why
that's what I'm
there was-
assuming, but
There was so many. He was like a last minute guest and like only
Yeah.
just became the Grand Inquisitor.
right.
I love him as Grand Inquisitor. I gotta say, I think
Yeah.
he's phenomenal.
He does a good job.
That
Yeah.
was the biggest turn on the night of
Big-
watching Kenobi.
'cause we were all-
everyone was just
Yeah,
The trailers
bitching about him.
Like, ready
And then
to
as we're watching, we're
Yeah.
like, nope, we like it. It's
No,
good.
it's
We like it.
good.
It's good. We
Oh
love
man,
it.
you guys are making me miss Celebration right now. Dang.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm still not out of my celebration depression.
You're still wearing the hat. You actually haven't taken it off.
I haven't taken it
the
off.
It's stuck
memories.
to your head.
Yeah, it's glued to my head.
It's
Like
weird.
people may not know this that are watching. I don't know, but like we all hung out with each other at Celebration and like
Yeah.
legitimately, like I've never hung out with like funner people or just
Oh,
positive people.
It was
to
a
be
great
around.
time. Yeah.
It was gosh, yeah,
That final rooftop hangout was.
the best.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
especially the
That was
last
nice.
night. That
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Those are
It turns
closing
out
ceremony.
that there's certain cans of alcohol that has 10% in it.
Oh yeah,
There we are.
you.
There we
you
are,
put
yeah,
down-
there it is.
Yeah,
You picked a good photo because you guys, Levi. If people keep posting the bad photo of Levi where he looks like a demon.
Blurry Levi.
He's like
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
moving his head
That one's
and his
good.
eyes are like white, like
It's
his are full
terrifying.
white.
No, that's
Yeah.
just what
It's
Levi
awful.
looked
That captures Levi perfectly, though. He's
It
like
does.
6'5"
Yeah.
and always
Everybody looks
flailing
like kind of
around.
normal, and then he's just like the
Yeah.
chaotic one out of the picture there.
Oh
But
man.
Anyways,
it happens. It happens.
yes,
Well,
yes,
anyway.
Chad. I wish.
Watto Chad. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Chad
Watto Chad's
too.
in
He
that.
was with us during Celebration.
Yeah.
Chad's
Yeah.
the best.
Hyperspace
Chad-
Levi.
Hyperspace Levi.
Right. Yeah.
That's our band, actually, Chad. We're gonna start a band.
Yeah,
There's
there's
Chad.
Chad.
Watto Chad,
That's
Hyperspace Levi.
There's Matt and Chad.
That's our first album.
Those masks are so good.
Uh,
Oh man. Okay. So
Anyways,
what,
Obi-Wan. Remember
yeah, back to
Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan.
What else is
So what
there?
do we? Okay. So you said okay. So yeah, then the whole Reva thing.
I mean, let's talk about Tala and Ned.
Tala.
Ned B.
R.I.P.
Going down. Which, for one, wasn't expecting them to go so hard on like the Ned B wire work of him throwing that guy into the ceiling.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
that was
doing it
insane.
really good. Like
Yeah.
Ned B hallway
And
scene.
you say
Ned,
if you saw
Ned B
that,
hallway scene. Yeah.
Corey, did you see that?
No.
Were you in the Ned B suit?
Yeah.
Was it you,
Yeah,
Ned?
Ned
Okay,
B.
were you Ned
Yeah.
B?
That guy who plays Ned B is like the nicest guy though.
Okay.
Aw, that's nice.
Okay.
So
There was. We've been making a joke. There was a
Yeah.
theory thrown around that Wrecker was in Ned
Yeah,
B's
people.
suit.
It was a theory that someone was inside Ned
like
B.
what? That makes no
Yeah.
sense. Why?
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
I think it's
No.
because Tala's like he's not like other droids or something like that.
It's
I don't-
Meever Gascon.
There's a person.
Yeah,
like,
Meaver was in the suit.
Meaver
was
Meaver
there.
was in the suit.
Which
dude.
obviously means
That
that
would be
Wrecker's in the suit.
I
insane.
would love that. You guys remember Serapis from the Clone Wars, the bounty hunter?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Him,
Something
it's
like
actually
that.
him and Gascon together. Like,
Oh,
Dude,
That'd
he
be
was
crazy.
gonna be in that. He was gonna be in that Boba Fett arc. I want to see what happens to Serapis. Man.
I know. Yeah, like where's, you know,
still haven't. I still need to
Batch.
see that.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to
Hoping.
remember if he's in Aftermath because a lot of the Kratos Claw crew is in like
I
Aftermath
don't
Empire's
think
End,
that he
but
is.
I don't
I
think
think
I don't
he's
think
the one-
Serapis specifically is because I know because I'm rereading it right now that they fly around the Halo, which is Jasamari's. It's well in it's like her Sugi. It's Sugi's ship from that show, the Wookiee gunship type thing.
Yes.
Anyone know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
Anyone know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There was a Lego.
Yes,
there was a
yes,
great
yes.
Lego set of
Yeah.
it that I had.
The Wookiee,
It's like green, it's got
I
two
wish I
heads.
had that set. That is a great set.
Yeah, so they fly that. Like there's a lot of Krait's Claw references in
That is cool.
in the Aftermath trilogy, but I don't remember if Serapis is referenced or not. But anyway, Serapis,
You
yeah,
know-
I do remember. Cool guy, that Serapis.
You know what we
Yeah.
should do? I just like, I'm sorry, I just randomly popped into my head. You guys should name the alien I play during the stream. And we'll go with that.
Okay.
Stuff not
Oh.
named.
The alien
Lot of
from
pressure.
F1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't
We
have
could
a
work on
name.
that.
We can list a bunch of names. We can put
We'd
it.
have
in
to-
Do a poll.
We'd have
put it on
to-
the wheel.
Let me see. Can you, Corey? Can you send me that picture of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm gonna have to pull it up.
To give everyone a visual representation while we pull it
Yeah.
up, he is, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you remember the chapter 15, The Believer and Mando, those pirate aliens, he's one of those guys
Those
who's
guys are
sort
cool.
of.
And Star Wars has been loving to use that suit.
Yeah, well, they probably-
alien anyways,
They like to
yeah.
reuse a lot of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Has that actually been used other than Mando? Because I couldn't figure that out. I was like,
It was in
this-
Book of Boba Fett.
Was
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think a
the
couple
pirates.
times,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Or the
I think
alien at
Species
least.
was
I mean, it wasn't
in Mando.
specifically a pirate, but
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah.
Because wait, yeah, I was gonna say, was Mando season 2 out when you were filming? Yes, it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Well,
Yeah.
while you pull it up,
Let me. Yeah,
um,
sorry, I'm working on it.
Yeah, Tala died.
Poor
Sad.
Tala.
Yeah.
I
I
thought it
Yeah.
was coming, but
That was like a Rogue
She was
One
great.
death too.
I
Yeah.
weirdly
Rogue One
didn't see
died.
it coming. I don't know why. Like it's pretty
whenever
obvious.
there's a
I feel
character
like,
that like good, you know
Yeah.
they don't have much time left,
Right.
unfortunately. But-
Yeah.
And she had a
Yeah.
quote in this episode. When Obi-Wan went to see the message from Bail, she said something to Obi-Wan, I forget. And I was like, oh, she's gone. Like when you say something like that, you know.
Well,
Yeah, it's true.
When she walks up, people have pointed out that she has a very similar character arc to Finn, except so when Finn got confronted with the evil that was the First Order, he ran and he kept running, and that was a problem for him for a while. But for
Yeah.
Tala, like when she stayed in the Empire, and the way she notches them on their belt instead of, Rex notches like droids on his head instead of taking the
Okay.
kills, she
I have a
takes the-
picture of Corey.
she notches the saves. And someone had pointed out that that's the message of not fighting what you hate but saving what you love. And I was like, damn, there you go
That's
again,
pretty cool.
there you go again, Star Wars, making all these thematic connections of the way that
parallels, yeah.
parallels.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I also as soon as she pulled out her blasters, like, look at all these notches, she's done. I was like, you're gone.
Yeah.
There's no way you're making it out. And yeah, she had an emotional death. Pulled out the thermal detonator, as Millie said earlier. She got Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Done.
Her and Ned.
Go
yeah.
Rogue One.
Her and Ned. Her and Ned going out.
Okay.
I-
I'm pulling up a better picture of what they looked like in Mando, so we can compare. One second.
Yeah, I really think the music in this episode was really powerful. It seems.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Ooh, Don's
Yeah.
coming in with a hot take. I disagree actually a lot. That death got me.
Ooh.
Especially because of
I
how
was pretty
Obi-Wan
sad.
reacts. Like, she is another person in Obi-Wan's life that's moving him toward becoming Obi-Wan again, or becoming this Jedi again, in smaller, subtle ways. But she still, what she says to Obi-Wan is clearly impactful to him.
No,
And I
Fives
don't
is,
know. I
Fives
thought
is
it
in
was
the
pretty
chat.
emotional.
Fives is here. CT5.
My
Hey,
guy.
he's
That's my
back.
guy.
It's it's his name right now. Okay, so here was Corey in episode 1, way in the background there.
If
Zoom
you
in and
squint,
hands.
you can see it.
Kenobi
Zoom in.
Kenobi's standing right here on the right, and then obviously this.
Look at that dude on the left.
Here's a closer look of what Corey looked like. Right? Was that right,
Yeah,
Corey?
yeah,
Okay.
that's accurate. Yeah.
Okay.
Thermal
Alright.
detonator.
So
Hmm.
chat, we'll leave it up to you.
Leave it to
toss the
chat? No
name.
way.
No,
Come
no,
on
but
now.
we'll also come up with names. But
I reserve the right to veto if chat comes up with something wacky.
Back to the
Well, we're not
music.
gonna just throw them all in there. But
yeah,
Um,
I know.
I saw some people saying they think the music's kind of mid, but I've enjoyed it, especially like the credit theme. The main when it goes to credits, I love that.
Yeah,
theme.
the main theme is great.
The main theme's good.
The Obi-Wan
um,
theme is a little bit like Spider-Man PS4. That's all I'll say.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, a little bit, tiny bit. That's all. That's my only critique.
I've been
Yeah.
underwhelmed so far with
It's
the first four
the notes
episodes.
are very similar. In
I guess
the-
Star Wars
the-
sets a high bar with music.
Yeah, well,
so
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just
I've
wondering if
enjoyed
they're
it.
Waiting to do like, because it was interesting, right? Like all the promotional material had like Battle of the Heroes and Duel of the
Yeah, like
yeah,
Duel-
it's a
yeah,
bit of
yeah.
a bait and switch. I think that's the issue that some people have because
Well, I wonder if like
I hope we get Duel
Whoever-
of
we
Fate
could still get in
uh,
the final fight, but who knows?
I think they do
Jabu
a
Labu
cool
Frick. I don't know about that
Ooh.
one.
Jabu Labu?
They do
Jabu-
a cool
He's a member of the Frick family.
Imperial
Jabu
theme.
Labu.
When
Second
they were
cousin.
setting up outside the door, they
Yeah.
do like a
Yeah.
little spin-off of. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that too. But
The music in this episode specifically, I thought was like superb. But I do agree
Yeah.
the rest of the show has been all right, and I'm hoping the last episode carries on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that momentum.
Yeah,
I want to hear Duel of the Fates or Battle of the Heroes.
I think we'll
I'm
get
we
it
all
waiting
wanna
next
hear
week.
that.
in this final battle.
Because we've been going for a while here. Obviously,
Yeah.
we've been loving listening to what Corey has to say about his experience. But while we still are talking about Obi-Wan, we're jumping around. Let's just talk about the fight between Reva and Vader. So
Oh yeah.
because that gives me so much confidence that the final fight between Obi-Wan
Yes.
and Vader is going to be
well,
insane.
And the
Obi-Wan
flashback.
and the,
Yeah,
and the,
flashback.
and the
Yeah,
flashback
yeah.
fight.
Flashback. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like that was a prequel spar
We got-
right
we
there.
got-
Like,
we
you,
got
you can feel it.
Shadop Mixshop Dadop face. I'm gonna I don't know Magic Fire.
Yeah.
I am hoping for a spectacle of a duel. I
Me
want
too.
something.
Where do
Yeah.
you think
Duel
it'll
of the
be?
Fates
I know you guys have read some stuff.
I don't want. Yeah, I don't want.
Corey's out of this conversation, but where do we think?
I don't
think
think-
the
I
fight's
don't
gonna
think it'll be Tatooine.
It'd be cool if it was
But-
Mustafar, just because rematch.
Yeah, what would they?
And we saw there was the
I
concept.
I
art.
have no idea. I haven't heard any leaks about this. I thought it was going to be Mustafar because of that Lego set that was coming out that was rumored to have like lava in it.
Oh, such a bad.
But
Lego
it ended
set.
up just
It's
being
such a bad
episode
Lego
3
set.
Yeah.
duel.
Such a bad Lego set.
So I have no idea.
So ugly.
I don't really see
Uh.
how they're going to get to Mustafar unless Obi-Wan gets captured.
Right, that's possible.
With the one
Maybe
up
he'll
left.
be on a ship or I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope it's cool.
I-
don't care about it. Tatooine would be cool. But
My thought is, and I don't know. My thought is that
Well, this was the concept art, right?
the transport's
yes,
gonna go to some other planet, and then Vader's gonna.
Yeah, because their hyperdrive is down.
It looks
Yeah,
terrible.
that is
and they're
the
being
Right, that
followed.
is the concept art, and that's
So
from what we think is.
that looks like
Mustafar.
Mustafar.
yeah,
So-
definitely.
And their hyperdrive
well.
is down. They
Yep.
don't have far to go. I
Yeah.
don't know if the Jabeam, like how close is Jabeam to Mustafar? Potentially Jabeam is really close to Mustafar because the ships they were using, they probably didn't travel that long in hyperspace to get there, and maybe the one
it seemed like it didn't take very long to get from Jabeam to Nur.
so
Yeah.
it could be
which we
that
know
they're
Nur is in the
close.
Mustafar system. So
Mm.
who
That's
knows?
That's some bad luck.
It's horribly inconsistent how long it takes to get to places in Star Wars.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, right. I know. Okay. So what?
Wait.
Okay, but yeah, back to this
fight.
fight.
I think
Amazing.
the moment when Vader splits the saber and throws it down
Yes.
is
Yeah,
probably
he
one of
literally
the
is like, all right, let's
sick.
do
one
it
of,
now."
one of the
That was
coolest
sick.
Vader moments. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Oh my god. And the fact
Yeah.
that we've heard that this team is coming back to do something else with Vader, probably for Ahsoka, I'd have to guess, because Hayden is confirmed to be in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Like
Probably-
that,
probably.
man.
Yeah. Johnny thinks
Man.
Ahsoka is going to start with the Malachor duel. He's been
That would be
saying
cool.
this for like a year now.
Very confident in that.
He's very confident actually. So
You've been
Who
saying
knows?
he's been saying it forever, but like
Yeah,
to
I
see
have been
live
saying
action,
that
to see
forever.
live action Vader. I mean, it is Dave, and anyway, but to see any more
We're getting
Vader,
live action Rebels, baby.
to
That's
see
all I'm
any
saying.
more Vader in this capacity, like with
Yeah.
with this kind of movement,
Mhm.
it's pretty intense because it did feel. People have been putting in the chat like it did feel almost like Force Unleashed style. Like
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy,
yeah,
Pulls down
well,
the
he
ship.
just doesn't
That
feel
was
like
crazy.
kind of the old
Broke.
man that he's
Right.
become, and
He's in his
in
prime.
Empire in Return. Like this is like he still sort of has that Anakin mobility, even though he is a lot slower.
Yeah.
But
I love
he's
seeing
not
him pull down
quite-
the transport just because we've seen that
Oh,
attempted
so
so many
Yeah,
times.
very
and-
Star Killer.
And
very
finally
Star
he
Killer.
just
Very
gets it and he
Star Killer.
rips it open.
No one ever does it successfully.
Yeah, it was.
I like how
it
they
was
duped
like
him
a.
too. Just
Yeah. I do
Yeah,
think they
bait and
could have
switch.
maybe the other this is a nitpick. The other transport could have left a second sooner, I think, because he had time to get that one too.
No,
I
it was
know.
going too fast. It was going
He
too
was
fast.
tired.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
Brent says
Hey,
hi.
Brent.
Hey Brent.
Corey, what did you think of the fight though? The Reva and Vader
Oh, I
fight,
loved it.
or just
I
all
loved
that Vader stuff?
I loved it for the bits I can remember of watching it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all
no,
blur.
It was all a blur, but yeah, no, I like that we're getting back to the prequel level fighting style, and not just
Absolutely.
that, but I like seeing Vader. Like he doesn't even have to put effort in; he's just messing with.
No,
them.
you're just like casually, just like
Yeah.
Yeah,
walking back. Yeah,
Using the
and that's
force and the
what I love
lightsaber too.
about,
That's one of my favorite
yeah.
scenes.
I love
Yes,
that
yeah,
about
when he goes-
episode 3 or of this series too, where he's fighting Obi-Wan because
Yeah.
he's just toying with Obi-Wan. He's like,
Yeah.
this is somebody who wants Obi-Wan to hurt, so it makes sense that he's like toying with him and waiting for the right opportunity to really like. He wants Obi-Wan to be strong. He doesn't want to fight. He's like, that's why clearly he didn't kill him, because like he wants a fair fight, and I think that's why Obi-Wan did not die in that episode, obviously. But
Right.
yeah, just seeing the prequel level fighting style come back, and knowing that like, there's a tease of another fight that they've been teasing for years.
Yeah, I mean,
We saw it in the concept art.
concept art. Yeah.
So
So Dimes just brought it up in the chat, but now that the Grand Inquisitor is back, are we going to see some like Grand Inquisitor action? Rupert Friend seemed to allude in a lot of the interviews that he did have at least some action scenes.
I kinda hope so. He hasn't done
it's
much.
sort of sad we haven't seen a Kenobi versus an Inquisitor duel yet.
Yeah.
I feel like they keep teasing Reva and Kenobi dueling,
Like
which
they get
could
close.
happen in the last episode.
It's gonna be like a 4-way
But
duel.
just to see like
Yeah.
Kenobi go up against like Fifth Brother, or just sort of like something similar to the Ahsoka duel in Rebels with the 2 Inquisitors. Like,
Yeah.
I'd love
That'd
to
be
see
cool.
something.
I'm
like that.
hoping for an Inquisitor fight
hope
at some
so.
point, and I imagine we will get that.
Yeah, one
We'll have
episode.
that, but who knows? I imagine we will.
Can you imagine that? Because I imagine Vader, because their hyperdrive is down, the Star Destroyer is in the system.
Yeah.
It could be like a New Hope type beat where they pull him in, and there has to be maybe they duel on the Star Destroyer a little bit too.
That would be
Like,
sick.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
That would
I
be
don't
sick.
think we've really seen that.
No.
Not on specifically like the Star
On a-
Destroyer,
Well,
like in it, like
like Mando with the dark saber.
well, in Mando, but
Oh,
that,
yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in the.
And by the way, I know nothing about the next episode, so I'm just as in the dark as you guys are, which
Okay.
is what gets me really excited about it, because like I'm really hyped up to see whatever they've got in store for that one.
Mhm.
I mean, so Reva clearly it pretty easily gets defeated by Vader there, and so she finds the thing that Haja dropped. It was the communicator,
Yeah.
with Bale's message, which
Right.
kind of sloppy on Bale's
Completely-
part. But,
completely-
but Bale's worried about his kid, so I feel like it makes sense there.
Obi-Wan like
Um,
hasn't checked in at all.
No,
Bale's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, and I guess they weren't supposed to. That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he very blatantly is like, "I'll go look over Owen's kid on Tatooine." So I guess that's probably what Reva's up to next. We talked about it a little earlier, but I mean, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
think like where she's at now, because Vader don't want her back.
Right.
Like she's not gonna be able to kill Obi-Wan. I don't know
I
what.
have a question actually. Did Obi-Wan get his lightsaber back?
Haja has it probably.
Haja.
Yeah.
he
Haja,
wants
okay,
to
yeah,
get on
Yeah,
that.
I imagine.
really
'cause they
thought-
were-
I thought what was gonna happen in this episode, and sorry to get sidetracked again,
No.
but I thought he gave away his lightsaber and appeared defenseless, and he was gonna pull out the Skywalker saber. And I thought that would have been really
Cool.
cool.
That would've been cool.
I
Ah,
loved
oh wait,
everything.
yeah, wait.
But-
I completely
'cause
forgot. He
where
still
is
has
that? He
Well,
has
I
it,
think he
right?
just probably buried it.
Yeah, he probably left it in his.
I don't think he
his
left
little
it
hut.
behind.
Where-
Well,
Well,
no,
he didn't bring it with him. I mean,
it might be
I
on his
didn't even
back.
think of that.
Well, do you think at the end of the show that he gets his
Pocket, yeah.
he gets his hut, like his OT hut?
Oh yeah.
I hope.
That'd be cool.
Well,
That'd be really
I'm just
cool.
questioning everything now because of this potential continuation.
It's
But
a new real estate.
who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that there's a potential continuation
That's
now.
what
really,
season 2 will be about. Is him trying to get a house.
It's just the Tatooine
Yeah.
real estate market.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it like all that we know is like there's just gonna be like plot threads continued.
Yeah. Well,
So
I think
Corey could get a continuation if
There you
if-
go.
It could be this could be a Corey show.
It could just be Corey a Star Wars story.
It could be.
I'm ready whenever they are.
There we go. I
So,
like it.
I mean, do you
That'll
want
be
to you want to do a quick name check? I mean, the ones that seem to be
Yeah.
continuing are Shydop. I like
Mhm.
the Shadoop maybe, and I do like the Jabulabu. I think that could be good. Maybe workshop.
What if we combine them?
And that's what I'm saying. What if we combine, like Shadop Jabulu? I don't know. There's something.
Thoughts,
Shad-
Corey?
I don't know.
Yep. Something like that. I can't even say it.
Absolutely.
Shadab
Hex Wolves.
X-Woes.
X-
we
Wolves?
can make X-Woes canon.
X Wolves could be.
No,
his
he is
name.
canon. He's one of the
No, I know.
Dance guys.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Jablu? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Well, we
Something
can't
like
do something like that. Well, here, before we do that, we are gonna do a little bit of a switch up before we start bringing people on for the last little bit here. Dylan and Gibbs have got to go see Top Gun Maverick.
Enjoy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Ooh, that's fun.
You're not coming?
It is a pressing matter. So they are going to leave
Pressing
us.
matter.
But thank you guys for coming on. Obviously, I mean you're part of the show. So
Thanks for coming on.
I hope you'd be here.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for being on your
guys.
show. I appreciate that. I'm actually going to kick you
Thanks,
off
guys.
now. So goodbye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have fun, Corey, AJ.
Boys.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
See ya.
Hi guys.
You guys. Bye.
All right.
And there were
There you go.
Why aren't you going, Johnny? What's going on here? Why don't you go see Top Gun?
I want
I'm
to talk to you instead.
No, I wanna be on the stream.
I'm kidding with you. Yeah, no, it's. I feel very loved now. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm
I'm
very happy you're here. Very happy you're here. Okay, so what do we say? Do we want to
I think we'll
bring
a
folks
couple
on who
people in.
want to come on?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Get some opinions in the chat on the show.
And if anytime you guys need to go, don't feel pressure to stay on too.
Oh, no.
Just saying.
Oh yeah, well they better feel pressured.
They better feel it. Okay, here we go, guys. So I'm putting
I put the link.
down. I'll pin it. Oh, there we go. Okay, leave it the same. It's okay.
I did it. I'm fast.
Dylan likes to spam it instead of just pinning it, which I don't really understand. But that's just.
I feel like
something
there's
he
something
does.
we missed in talking about. but
I know.
can't-
There's
a lot we
so
missed.
much.
You know, we
Probably.
got distracted.
We got to see Luke, a little Luke.
Little-
Yeah,
Yeah,
First
sleeping,
time.
yeah.
Well, yeah, we saw him from a super bit from afar. In the first step, and then saw him more up close.
All right,
Mm.
we do
Okay.
have our first guest, our Watto friend, my
our friend.
fellow bandmate, Chad.
What is up?
Chad.
Yes.
Hello.
It's
Hello there. How we doing, Chad?
I'm doing great. I wore my Rex shirt today because of
I love it.
Oh.
Right. For
I was
Michael.
like, you gotta wear it. I was like
You have
looking
to
for a
wear
shirt
you're
to wear,
wearing
and I
a-
was like,
Yeah.
I don't have
Sort of
I
a
don't have
blue hat?
anything. Yeah, sort of.
Sorta.
I wasn't wearing
Oh,
this.
but-
I wasn't wearing this all day. I just grabbed it when I got home. So
There you
I
go.
was like, oh,
Hi, Aubrey.
hey.
Aubrey.
It's so weird
Oh.
seeing you guys in a square now. Like
I know because we
Nice.
were
I know you're just like
in person before. Yeah.
it's
weird.
all-
It's great.
I used to
all
be 3D, but
squares.
I know we used to be. Now we're
Yeah,
2D.
not anymore.
Back
2D
to
man.
2D. We've
Back to
regressed
2D.
as human beings. Yeah. So.
Paper Mario.
Chad,
Mario.
what'd you think?
Chad.
Th-
Thoughts on the
that-
app?
Probably the best episode of like Star Wars television we've got.
Wow, okay.
so
It's
far.
up there, yeah.
Okay.
It's
It's up there. I
Because of Corey.
It's 'cause I'm in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Corey carried. Corey
But
carried.
I'd say live action because there's some animated episodes.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
Like the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars.
Those are untouchable. Those
yeah,
Untouchable.
those are like
yeah.
top tiers.
I liked
Oh,
when
yeah.
David's celebration was like, "You're an idiot if you don't think those last 4 are the best."
Did he say that?
No, well, he was like, clearly these are the best episodes. I don't know what you're on if you think otherwise.
They
It
are
was so funny.
They are, and then so's that random droid arc where they're walking around. in
Hey,
the
that's
desert.
George's favorite. Don't disrespect, man.
Hey,
Beaver
yeah.
Gaston.
Oh, we
It's a
talk-
great arc. We
Beaver
got
Gaston.
Beaver
Are
arc.
we talking about Meeber? Yeah. Hold on. Don't
Meeber.
disrespect my boy Meeber.
I
No
still-
Meeber
Hey,
slander.
I know Meeber. I know Steven. I know Steven Stanton. I'll get
I'm-
Meeber.
I
on.
know. Well, you haven't told that story, have you?
I think I have.
Mm,
Kinda.
Maybe.
Well, we're here for
Anyway.
Chad. We're here
Yeah.
for Chad. Chad,
You're here for Chad.
thoughts?
Yes.
Give him.
All I can think about is Darth Vader pulling a spaceship out of the air.
I know.
I was like,
yeah.
oh, he's going Force Awakens on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Force Awakens. Force Unleashed.
Force
on this
Unleashed.
thing.
Yeah.
And I was
So-
like, that was.
I think
Amazing.
that moment where we see Vader walking through the tunnels of Jabim gave me the most like chills because I was like, oh, he's coming for us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
He's coming for you,
what's going on
dude.
here.
He's-
It's
I was watching that. I was like, oh man, everybody's dead. I'm like, I was like, oh, they're dead. I
yeah.
saw the second ship fly away. I was like, oh, thank God.
I know.
Like,
That
we're
was
getting the duel
quite
now,
the
I
fake
guess.
out. Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah. But yeah, no, because I remember when we first watched it, I was like, because you saw Vader, go deeper into the base, and I was like, Kenobi, like he's right behind you, and I was like, I didn't know if it was gonna be a moment where like he's just like toe to toe with Kenobi in front of the ship, but luckily
Yeah,
they all
I
got
thought
off.
that was gonna happen.
Planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, we're doing the duel in episode 5. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
I
what
was
are we doing
expecting.
next
Well, we
episode?
got some version of a duel.
Great duel
You know.
too. That was awesome.
Vader with 2 lightsabers. I don't know if people are talking
I
about
know,
that enough.
I know, right? He just
2
he
red
did, like, this
lightsabers?
little like pose.
Yeah,
thing
he's
with
doing
it,
like
too, and I
that.
was like,
So
oh,
sick.
he's gonna Dooku her.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah,
didn't.
no,
so-
that
Yeah,
was-
I thought he was gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had
So
multiple. Oh, go ahead, John.
No, go ahead.
They had multiple shots of like if you look at Clone Wars season 7 Ahsoka,
Mhm.
there's a lot of very similar shots that Vader does that she does in that final
Right.
episode where when he's got the sabers like that, she has a very similar pose when she's fighting Maul. When he's at the bridge of the Star Destroyer, it's exactly the same shot as Ahsoka on the
Right behind you, Johnny. Go duck down. Yeah, they're right there. See?
There we go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
You're just like
I saw that. I saw that on
Had that ready.
Twitter this morning.
Yeah,
course.
isn't it?
I was like, oh, they're the same.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
really
Master
interesting.
Apprentice.
An interesting thought that I had, like that, maybe Anakin picked up some of Ahsoka's moves along the way as well, like a little
Yeah,
bit here
definitely.
and
Well, they're
Yeah.
teaching each other, you know.
there. Yeah, no, it's interesting. I guess
We
I
have
really,
each other.
I'm reading.
Thought of
I'm
Also,
I don't know why that gets me.
It's good.
I'm freaking out over here because Attack of Clones is my favorite prequel movie, and then we got.
Oh, Chad,
we got
represent.
that is your favorite. I don't think I knew that.
Represent.
I love it.
I love it.
And then we got Attack of the Clones, like Anakin Skywalker.
I know.
and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I was like,
The opener, dude.
Mullet one Kenobi is here.
Yeah,
Look how big this communicator is in his
That's
hand.
huge.
that's a communicator.
That thing's a brick.
looks like a carton.
I
Of
used
That
to
is-
ha- I
He's
used
gonna
to
Yeah,
throw
have,
that
like,
at Vader
the-
next week.
I didn't know what.
Yeah,
I didn't know what he was. I thought it was
used to have
Lola.
the Phantom Menace like communicator thing. When you got the toys, you get like the little card thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I love
used to
that.
have that, and I've been trying to find it at my parents' house, and I think they like threw it out or something.
That's what this is.
They're like, what is
I'm mad.
this?
That is huge. For
I-
a
I-
Phantom
I-
Five figure.
Maybe,
but
maybe
I did,
it's the.
but I did steal my do back on.
Love it.
on them.
Oh, look at
Nice.
that.
Do back.
So,
Beautiful.
Hey,
minus
maybe it's the Comtech chip thing, AJ. It's the Comtech reader. That's what Obi-Wan
The
had.
Comtech, yeah. That's what he's
Yeah.
using.
Chad, I love that your favorite movie is Attack of the Clones.
I know.
Or
I didn't know
prequel
that.
movie.
So,
Favorite
so
prequel.
celebration must have been big for you,
Oh, it was.
because that
but
was
I wasn't-
it was
I
all
wasn't
Attack of the
there.
Clones there.
Yeah, but I wasn't there the day that
You-
they did. The
you didn't go to
Attack
the
of
panel?
Clones
Oh.
thing. No,
There,
no, I
yeah.
was flying
'Cause you
in
got
that
Saturday,
day.
yeah.
Oh.
Chad decided he was
right.
coming to celebration like the day
Yeah,
before
last
it
minute,
happened.
right? I forgot you were very last minute.
Literally hours before it happened.
So I think that the reason that like Hot Toys hasn't shown off their episode 2 Anakin and Obi-Wan is
Right.
probably to
Because of
like
this.
kind of- tie it
Do
in
you,
with
do you think
this.
they'll brand it as Kenobi? Just for the hype of it?
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I can
Mm.
see
They
that.
will.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, as much as I love that scene, you can definitely tell that they were both
That's a
like
good point.
50. Like Hayden's 40 something, Ewan's 50. He doesn't have that like as
Yeah.
red as a beard.
Well, they
at the time.
definitely.
I was
we were talking about
I
it
was like,
earlier.
I don't even care. I just
Yeah.
love
No,
this.
I
I'm
didn't.
loving
I
it.
don't really care about it either. But you can tell like they definitely de-aged a bit, but I guess not like that much. I mean, like it because there's a bunch
Yeah.
of now there's YouTube clips all over the place with actual de-aged Hayden and whatnot. So
But I'm like perfectly fine that they didn't de-age it because it didn't take me out. Like
It doesn't
at first
matter.
when-
Yeah.
yeah, I
at
didn't.
first you're like, oh, you can definitely tell he's like doing this while he's 40. But
Right.
still,
Well, yeah.
it is the best thing I've ever seen right now. I'm
What if they
freaking
were holding up? What if this was an Attack of the Clones scene they shot all the way back then, and they just were holding on
Right.
to it until
I know,
now?
right?
The
And-
footage aged.
Yeah, and I was trying to like decide if it was like pre-Attack of the Clones or like.
Oh,
Yeah,
after.
free.
It's
Like,
It's
free
free
when I'm-
because he has
Free,
both of his
yeah,
hands.
you can
Yeah.
tell.
Oh.
Yeah, you can tell he has
Oh.
both.
Good
That
eye.
both
makes
the
so
hands.
much sense.
And then like Obi-Wan's lightsaber, when he pulled that out, I was like, oh, that's Phantom Menace lightsaber right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was really
That's-
cool. I meant to mention earlier, like, it was really cool to see Jedi sparring. And
Yeah.
like, we see it in comics.
had
And,
a
And you
ton
read
of
it in
it. Yeah,
books
on the
all the
comics,
time.
but-
yeah, and you can do it in like the old Obi-Wan video game for Phantom Menace. You could do it with other. No one's played that game except me. But
Is this
anyways,
the same? Is this the same? Stop pushing me.
No. The
Different
Obi-Wan
game,
It's just
different
called
game.
No,
Obi-Wan.
no, that was.
Oh,
that
I
was
didn't know that was in
Phantom
a game. Oh.
It has
That was
this
Phantom
awful
Menace.
green cover of
Oh, it's
beardless,
great. I can go
beardless
grab it.
Ewan. It looks like he's like walking through a tie-dye wall. It's
Oh,
so.
yeah.
I might as well
so
grab
weird.
it.
Okay.
So
yeah, yeah.
weird.
Are you just grabbing it?
Oh.
I've
Oh,
never heard of that. That's funny.
Oh,
Okay.
it's random.
Yeah.
I mean, there was also
Oh.
that era of like they just made
Video games
LucasArts
for
pumped out
everything.
games, and
Yeah.
only like 5% of them were actually good. People like to
Take
remember
me,
these
take
were
me
all
back
good.
to that though. Take me
Top
back to
tier
that.
was that Clone Wars game that they had.
I was just gonna say the clones. Look at that. It's like it's all green.
Why did they
What?
make it green?
Why is it green? That
I
makes
don't
no
know.
sense.
It's wild, but yeah, good game.
There it is.
Yeah, so
Oh.
random.
Okay.
All right, well,
we
Chad,
go.
any final thoughts on?
Yeah,
moving into
rating.
the
A
episode?
rating maybe.
A rating, perhaps, before we move on to the next. person?
Again, 10 out of 10. This is the
10 out of
best live
10.
action. This is the first 10 out of 10 episode of live action I've given, because I'm pretty strict. I'm like, a best.
This is a stingy guy we're talking about. This is
Yeah,
Chad.
best is a 9.5, and I was like, this one. I was watching it. I was like, this is like the perfect episode right
I think the only other 10 out of 10 for me is Ep 6 of Boba.
It's a good one.
That was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
One.
That one was like pushing on a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's pushing.
For me.
That's
Yeah.
pushing.
That's,
Pushing
that's up
something.
there.
And
Something.
Mando chapter 16.
And yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a lot of good. There's a lot of good
A lot
Star
of-
Wars out there.
There's a lot of
Good
good
ones.
Star Wars out there. You
There's
just
some
have to
good
look.
ones,
No,
but-
Like
yeah,
Darth
we like-
Vader grabbing a spaceship. Is
Yes, yeah, no, that's
That's
a
fair.
whole other level.
There's always
All
that
right.
one episode of each series that I think is just like
Still, yeah, incredible, yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
like I have a feeling, and this is just pure speculation on my part. I feel like next week's episode and this week's episode are going to be like a complementary sort of like.
That's what I'm hoping.
Part 1, part
I mean,
2.
it's like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
third act of the
I mean,
Kenobi
this
movie.
this whole series you can like watch it in one go.
Yeah.
It's not like Mando.
Which is
or
coming
putting
to
it in movie
theaters.
theaters.
They're putting it in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently. Hopefully in Minnesota.
They're what?
soon.
Yeah, it's coming out in theaters.
They're putting
yeah.
it in theaters.
In
Really?
Canada.
In Canada,
Canada.
Oh,
for
okay,
now.
okay.
Well, it
They'll
might
do it
come
in the
here
US
because
too.
clearly they're. Gonna
I
do it.
hope that would be so sick, dude. Are you kidding me?
It'd be stupid if they just did Canada.
It's like
Yeah.
5.5
Yeah,
hours.
who cares about that place?
Yeah,
Alright,
we'd all drive up just to go see.
I'll
see
do
in
it.
theater.
Guess I gotta go to Canada this weekend.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
All
All
right,
well,
Chad. Where can they
Chad.
follow you?
You can follow me there at ChadBTI. I posted a meme about this episode.
This
that's
guy
not
posts
been doing
memes.
well,
He
so-
posts
He
memes.
posts
do.
memes.
Sometimes.
Follow him.
We love it.
Tough
Did.
critic and
it was a
big
great
meme
meme,
guy.
and
It's a
nobody
great meme.
and it's got like 3 likes. So
Hey, everyone, go like.
Go
if
give
you
him
get a
more
chance.
likes.
Go like.
I,
Chad.
I'm gonna
Great
retweet it for you, and then
Do it.
we're gonna.
do it.
We're
I,
going
I
to the
did.
moon.
And
I
change.
did put like the spoiler on it, so
Okay.
spoiler warning. So
Spoiler
it's
warning.
It's blurred out, so I
Mhm.
didn't want to because it's Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, that's a good
Okay.
one.
So I was like, I gotta kind of blur it out.
Yeah,
so it doesn't-
understandable.
So people don't click on it and don't want to see it. But
Mhm.
anyway, yeah, follow me there. I tweet about dumb things. So
All right.
Okay. Thanks, Chad. We'll
This
see
guy's
you.
selling yourself. All right.
See ya.
Get out of there.
See you, Chad.
Oh,
Nope. Don't
He's
bring him
back.
back. Don't give him hope.
who's doing it?
Somehow
Let me do it.
Chad's
I'll do it.
returned.
I'll do it. Just as one of us. Okay. Next, I just want him to be ready. Dimes, are you ready?
I didn't have any intro. Man, so lame.
You would-
I give.
I don't know.
I give him intros.
There he is.
Hey, guys.
Michael, welcome. How's
Better
it
Call
going, buddy?
Saul.
What's up? It's going good. Yeah, I'm the Better Call Saul fan here.
Yeah, give us,
So what do you guys think of the episode?
Yeah, oh, come on. You know what we
10
thought.
out of
Go-
10.
go-
We've been
go-
talking
go-
about
you-
this.
you've been
This
watching the
is your
stream.
moment to shine.
Yeah, come on now. What is this?
So it was my least favorite episode of the show.
That's
a lie.
insane.
I'm just
That's
kidding.
a
Oh,
lie.
wow.
That's a
I
lie.
could have kept it together. No. Obviously, it was amazing. And so far, I've gotten tons of Force Unleashed vibes. Like last episode,
Yeah.
we had that Kenobi scene from the Force Unleashed trailer. This time,
Yeah.
with Vader pulling down the ship. Okay, it wasn't a Star Destroyer, but still, like realistically, that's basically as close as you can get. I really love this episode. My only gripe is I didn't like Tala's death or Tala's death.
Tala.
And let me explain why. So basically, I love the show. So like the first 3 episodes, I loved. Episode 4 though, I don't know. I felt like, especially after this episode, it made me dislike episode 4 even more because it feels like it just doesn't need to exist. Like they captured Leia again, which is just like Obi-Wan goes and rescues her again. It just felt like if you cut out episode 4 and added just a couple, like 2 or 3 minutes between episodes 3 and 5, just added it onto those episodes, you could almost completely cut out episode 4. I think at least. I don't know. Like, I
But
don't.
then
I
you
don't
miss
think
Wade.
that-
Yeah, it was
I
Wade,
mean, yeah,
man.
that's true. Wade is,
Poor
is
Wade.
obviously the best Star Wars character to ever exist.
Yeah, yeah. Wade
Corey,
is.
I want you to know,
Yeah,
Corey.
Corey, did you ever meet
that,
Wade?
That no, that we at one point during our reactions, I was like, man, what if Corey was Wade? Like, I was like, that'd be so good if it was if that was Corey.
Maybe
in the
it
snow
was.
space.
Maybe
be
it
great.
was.
Corey
and
could be Wade.
Maybe it
who knows?
was.
I was.
Yeah, I'm
digitally
sorry.
He was
replaced.
smiling. So
Yeah, it's digitally replaced.
You have a good point, Dimes. Though I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, aside from that, like I love the episode. Last episode was fun. It's just I don't think it was the best idea in my opinion. I don't know. Like Tony Stark would say, not a great plan, but because I mean it's literally the same. He literally goes and captures Leia again. That just doesn't make sense to me. But
Yeah.
because they didn't need to do this time. I mean, he's already left Tatooine, so
True.
like, they didn't need to use Leia as like a plot device again.
I don't know. I think it gives Obi-Wan. It gives him that episode to get his
Motivation.
mojo back. Yeah, and
That
his
too.
motivation back. And it
Yeah,
gave
but
us.
they could have done that in so many different ways. Anyway, I'm
That's
gonna
true,
stop
that's true.
talking.
Maybe,
negatively
yeah,
because
yeah.
This,
No,
this
I'm not-
episode was amazing, and like it was obviously.
What was your favorite part of it? Favorite moment? There's a lot of moments.
Probably the Reva Vader fight.
Yeah.
I thought it was so creative and fun. I really liked it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like because he doesn't even use his lightsaber. Really. Like he I guess he does a little bit, but
He just hers.
and the way it connects to the Obi-Wan Anakin fight and or
That's a good
the
point.
Obi-Wan Anakin spar was super cool.
Hmm.
I love the fact that he never took out his own saber. I think that's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, never did. You're very
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
That's a good
I'm
point.
still not a big fan of the shaky cam. It was super distracting in this episode, but like some of the shots like in the spar were just nice clean shots. I thought it was better directed than like the rest of the episode.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. What would you? I guess. What would you rate it?
I'd probably give it like a 9.4, something like that.
Okay.
Solid. Solid.
It's solid. That's
No,
I
good.
like
very
that.
It's positive.
I think that's good. I think that's
That's
good.
good.
I think-
9.4 is very good. Yeah.
I think I've heard that,
just
right?
Just a little bit, yeah.
A little
Quick
bit.
question. So, do you guys remember Deborah Chow using shaky cam in the Mando episode she directed?
No,
No.
not really. I
See,
mean,
really,
that's
no.
what I thought. Like, I don't
Yeah.
remember any shaky cam in those episodes.
Yeah.
I wonder why she. I'm
Shows
curious, I wonder
definitely a lot
why
of
she did
handheld in
that.
this, which I think.
they gave Deborah they were like, okay, just sign here. You get the series. She's like, great. All of this camera, it's not staying still. She's like, you
Yeah.
the biggest. She's just on set, just like this. like she, the one
I don't think
scene
okay,
she's
it's
like,
not that. It's not that.
I know,
Yeah,
I
bad.
know,
Deborah's
I know.
Deborah's great.
Yeah,
How dare you.
Deborah-
No, I mean,
Anyways.
she's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Dives. We appreciate it. Do you have anything you want to plug? I guess.
I guess shout out to Babu Frick.
Shout out.
There you go. Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
Jabba
Yeah,
Baru.
Shout out to the
Frick.
Fricks.
Yeah. Wade, Magic
Yeah.
Fire throwing out Wade, Jabu Labu Frick for Corey's
Jabba Babu Frick,
Corey's
yeah.
name. Wade is the
Dude,
Sounds
Wade,
good.
Frick.
Shout out to Denny's.
Wade
You like Wade Frick?
Wade Frick. I think
Wade
we have
Frick.
corrected, guys. Wade
All right.
Frick.
Wade Frick. There we go. All right. Well, Dimes, thanks for coming on, buddy. We'll see you later.
See you guys.
See
Bye.
Dimes.
All right. And next we have Millie.
Bro, no, you are crazy. You gave
How's it
no
going?
introduction. You
Hey,
gave-
hello.
What do you want from me, man?
give it a little time, some pizzazz, you know. All right.
Some
Well,
pizzazz.
Millie's here.
That's what I did.
Millie's here.
Hey,
It's never enough. How you doing? How you doing, Millie?
I'm doing fantastic. I am in a very good mood after watching this episode in particular.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so right off the bat, the very okay, not even like before the whole like Coruscant scene, like in the very beginning, but
Mhm.
that trigger warning at the very beginning of the episode.
I know.
I don't think
yeah.
you mentioned this on here.
Yeah.
It always
So I
gets
just
you.
want to bring that up.
You didn't. No, it's a good
When
point.
Yeah, so when that trigger warning came up on the screen, I immediately had a feeling that we would get Order 66 again,
Right.
and
Yeah.
turned out
There we
we
go.
were correct.
Yes.
So yeah, so there is that. And then right after that, I was like, oh no. And then I see a shot of Coruscant, and then I just immediately like jumped out of my seat, and I was obviously freaking out. I've been a fan of the prequels since, well, episode 3, because it was like 2005 and I was like 5-6 years old at the time. So it's the prequels are my baby. So
Yeah.
there's that. So yeah, it was really jarring to see a de-aged like Hayden and
Yeah.
Ewan like in that scene, and I believe I believe the whole scene takes place pre-Attack of the Clones, because he still
Yeah.
has his like
The hands, yeah.
the hands, and I think he still has the saber. So
Yes,
before
yeah.
it got
Yeah,
destroyed.
Right.
So
Yeah, no,
yeah,
definitely
that was it's insane. And I believe, okay, I might be going crazy here, but I think that whole like choreography between Obi-Wan and Anakin, I think it's like similar to the Mustafar fight.
I think there's a lot
I
of
could be
references
wrong.
to a bunch of different fights we kind of brought up earlier.
Sure.
There was definitely from the beginning of episode 3,
Hmm.
the beginning of that fight.
Yep.
And then also there was one moment where Anakin just slashing at Obi-Wan, which we thought was kind of reminiscent of Luke
Yep.
and
6,
in
yeah.
Return of the Jedi. Yeah.
The overhead swing.
So yeah. So no,
um,
I definitely agree with you there.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad.
a
I'm
lot
glad
there.
you had a reaction to Obi-Wan and Anakin, because someone in our reaction commented, "Bro, this bloke Levi, a room full of Star Wars, looks like a huge fan.
You don't need to read
He's
it.
hated Ewan again at the
Wow.
Jedi Temple before Attack of the Clones after 20 years, comma, probably before you were born, and is like, nah, I don't care, no emotions. Like what? I just want to say, I had emotions, sir, and so did Millie, and we care, even though we were
Levi's
young.
also sick, so I give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well,
Yeah.
COVID's not gonna keep me down. I love Hayden Ewan, and I want that to be
Same.
known. I want that to be known.
I love them.
Our
So
generation.
This
Yeah,
bloke,
our-
Levi.
This
Yep.
bloke.
Bloke, yeah, I know.
I'm a bloke,
I know
that's
it's a
right.
bloke.
How about Reba though, Millie? What do you
Levi
think about
reading
Reba
mean
this
comments.
episode?
We
oh
love
my
it.
god, okay, I had a feeling the entire show, like every episode, I had a feeling she was one of the younglings on Coruscant during Order 66, because obviously very first scene of episode 1 we see, the younglings witnessing like the clones killing their Jedi master, and
Right.
I just had a feeling that Reva was one of them, and then obviously we didn't get any answers until this episode, and I was very happy that my theory was correct.
Yeah.
And I do remember someone pointing out, I believe during like after last week's episode, we see like one of the younglings in the tomb, and someone like theorized that was the same youngling we saw in episode 1, which is insane now that it's confirmed that Reva was one of the younglings that we saw in
Right.
episode 1. So
Hmm.
Yeah, it could be.
it's,
Yeah, it
it's
could
an
be.
Yeah.
interesting,
No, you're right, yeah.
interesting thought there, like that Reva, like one of Reva's, Reva's who she considers like a friend,
Yeah.
like is like in the tomb, like
Mhm.
on Fortress Inquisitorius.
And
which
she's
is
probably had to like look
insane.
at
Yeah.
it too, so.
And they have like the helmet, the youngling helmets and the sabers like as trophies, which is
Yeah.
really upsetting.
Yeah,
if you
it's
think
sad that
about it.
it's sad that in the tomb the youngling still had the helmet on. I just thought that was kind of like okay, just
Yeah,
keeping like the
it
helmet
was
on.
too much. It was
Yeah,
too much.
Anyways, thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, Reva. Yeah, I was expecting Reva to be one of the, but I was also kind of expecting Reva to also hate Vader
Hmm.
because he was involved with
And she
you know
does.
Yeah.
slaughtering
There we go.
her classmates.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Classmates, Right.
Not
No.
cool.
Whew.
Not cool. Don't like that.
Yeah.
But what was your favorite part of the episode? I know we've talked
Oh
about
my
a few,
gosh,
but
my favorite part.
there's so much. I feel like.
Well, there's obviously the Reva Vader fight.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Insane. Hmm.
When because I'm an Ahsoka fan, when
Oh, I couldn't
Vader when Vader like either broke or like well, I don't know if he broke her saber, her double-bladed saber, but when
No, those
did-
can split. I know the
Those can
Twister
split?
sabers can
Okay.
split. Yeah.
Well, when he split like her saber, I immediately thought of Ahsoka, like when he was like holding the two sabers, and also
Yeah.
like obviously when he was fighting Count Dooku, but that's like
Yeah.
afterwards.
Right.
But yeah, and then obviously when he was like pulling the ship that
Yeah.
had no one in it, like that also reminded me of like Ahsoka also doing the same
Yeah.
thing in Clone
Yeah.
Wars, which is
Chad's moment, as we call it, the Chad maneuver. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
Chad maneuver.
like
That was the
Master like
Chad
Apprentice, right? Like,
Yeah.
I know.
it's,
Absolutely.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is crazy.
I
There's
am
a lot.
not.
It's crazy.
But yeah, back to like the Reva Vader fight. I don't think Reva's dead yet.
No.
I think
No,
I
no.
think she's definitely gonna play a big part in her trying to, I guess, go to Tatooine. I guess to find Luke now
It
that
seems like she's going after Luke. So.
like she already knows Owen, and obviously like she already knows Owen from episode 1, so
Right.
she's
Yeah.
gonna go looking for him and Luke.
Right. Absolutely.
So, and I'm
Let's see
also
how it
looking
plays out.
forward to see Aunt Beru because we haven't seen her at
Haven't seen her,
all.
right?
You're right. Yeah, which is
Like
weird.
we kind of got a glimpse of her,
You do see her
in the
technically,
trailer.
but yeah.
Yeah, but from afar.
but yeah, from afar. But like, we haven't seen her properly in the show
Well,
yet.
I think
so.
we'll get some Owen and Bruce scenes in this
Yeah.
final
Next
episode.
next
'Cause
for
next
sure.
step, I'm
The
very
ru-
confident.
the rumor is that it's a longer episode, which I'm all about, and hopefully in there
Yep.
can
We're
get
all
some-
about that.
We can get
Sure.
some time. We can get some time for Bonnie Peace and Joel Edgerton, because I mean they were the top build of like, hey, look who's coming back from the prequels. Give him
Yeah,
something to do.
absolutely.
And she's been talking in the press tour about how she has scenes with Luke. So
Mhm.
I hope that existed and get cut.
We'll see it.
I'm also wondering how Grand Inquisitor survived his stab in episode
Two
1.
stomachs.
In episode 1, two
stomachs.
stomachs. Is it?
stomachs.
Does he actually have two stomachs?
Yeah,
Like-
it's
Yes.
a meme, but canonically,
But yes,
Howans
they
do have two stomachs.
It's a joke.
okay.
So
Because it was just out of nowhere that he just showed
I
up.
loved it.
Like,
I loved it. It's
I-
literally,
no,
just,
acting
I-
like he was never
was
stabbed
a
in the
big
first
moment for me.
place. It's,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
literally the "I lived, bitch," but it's real. The meme,
but
but,
it's
it's,
but it's,
he
but
actually
it's real. But it's Star
it's-
Wars.
Basically.
but it's Star Wars. I
Basically.
love that.
Yeah.
All right, well, Millie, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on. We're running a little long here, so
Yeah.
thank you for sharing your opinion. We appreciate it. Anything you want to
Appreciate
shout out? Ilum Radio? Question mark.
Yeah, Ilum Radio. I just started a new
started,
Star Wars
yeah.
podcast. Ilum Radio on all platforms. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Those platforms, and you can follow me on Twitter at me_Halprin and Instagram at Millie_Halprin.
After like 30 years, you should change it to Star Killer Radio. Just, you know, for,
Ooh.
There you go.
for canonical
yeah.
consistency.
In 30 years, I'll just
And then
change
30
it to that.
yeah, just
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
All right, well,
All right, thank you, Millie. I appreciate
thank you,
it.
Millie.
We'll see you soon.
See you, Millie.
Okay, we'll give it a go for
Our final
for
guest,
this week.
our weekly
Anchorman,
try of
Are you
Anchorman.
ready? We'll see
Coming
if
on,
it works this
Anchorman.
time.
Let's see if it works. Our Beavis and Butthead
Is
fan,
it working?
Anchorman.
Is it working? Maybe not. Yes. No.
Maybe so.
Looking
Looking like a no.
no. All right.
All right.
Well, what a
Every
stream, huh?
Every week
That was
we
a
do
good
this.
one.
Every week, that's a routine. But thank you everybody for being here. Thank you AJ and Corey for being here, especially.
Of course.
We always love talking to you guys, and we'll see all y'all soon next week. Big up finale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Goodness. Goodness.
Thank you everybody, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
See you, everybody.